Their strength isn't lacking.
Whoop, whoop, what's up, Bearcats? We're here, we're hanging, we're chilling. It's the HMG, much later start than I was planning. NXT watch along, how y'all doing? Glad to see you here. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great week. Whoop, whoop. Ooh, new beta feature. So let's try this out, pal. Comments take the stage. But yeah, good to see you. Hanging with the HMG fam. Make sure you sign your NDA, pal. Whoop, whoop. And we start right in a commercial break with that banger of a Netflix bumper song. See, we got Cold-Blooded. Good to see you, pal. NXT doing the job to the Reds this week. Yeah. That's kind of how I got that locally too. Like for my NXT or for my CW local, NXT starts an hour late. Always. Oh yeah, man. Those fucking Storms, dude. They've been nasty. It's been a season, pal. It has been a season with these Storms in the Midwest. But how you doing, man? Hope all is well with you. Whoop, whoop. Ya regresamos. We'll be right back. Ese. Oh, it's the international Netflix bumper. That's why. Oof, that's rough. That is. Ow, damn. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with running with the local network TVs. You gotta deal with the local affiliates and work around their schedule. Whoop, whoop. Seen a lot of Tony D'Angelo in this, pal. That's pretty much been all Tony D'Angelo.
WWE is coming to the England Center in Tampa, Florida this weekend for Saturday night's main event, WWE Battleground and Monday Night Raw. Individual event tickets are on sale now via Ticketmaster. Next Tuesday's NXT has had a change of venue and will emanate live from right here at the Performance Center in Orlando, where right now it's the number one contender to the NXT Championship.
Yo, what's up, Chris Winland? Good to see you, pal. Yes, boy. Get me Kelly Kincaid, pal. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Whoop, whoop.
Shock the world again in Tampa.
Yeah, in a weird way, he seems like one of those guys where he's perfect just where he's at. Like, he does not need to move at all. He can sit, like, he can coast on a career there. He's like, great example I've thought of, The Miz. Like, The Miz of NXT.
To do so, Booker, he's got to conquer the conqueror.
I can only imagine what Miles is thinking right now for seeing over 50 make that walk because, like I say, guys, you see this guy.
He's right in that slot. Always has work, always has something to do. And someone you can count on.
Miles said he's able to keep his composure, keep this level of cool come this Sunday at Battle.
Miles, I see you came alone today. I can't quite tell if that makes you stupid or brave. Perhaps both. But I also do confidently feel like that is exactly why you've made it this far. Even though a lot of these people didn't believe you were going to make it this far, I know I didn't believe you could make it this far. But look at you now. You are the #1 contender for the NXT Championship.
Right, and honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. There's really nothing wrong with having like an NXT mainstay.
It's also my understanding that this match is not just a fight for the title. This is also a fight for everybody you are going to try to inspire and uplift, who has limitations and struggles just like yourself. And I find that to be admirable, but also very, very misleading. Life is cruel, Miles. Good things don't always happen to good people, and I know deep in my heart that you are a good person. But however,
Dude, especially in wrestling. Especially in wrestling, Chris.
You don't get the happy ending. You don't get the dream come true. You don't get to run off into the sunset with my title. No. Because your dream was 2 weeks ago when you won the Battle Royale. Your dream was last week when you beat Ethan Page. But make no mistake, this Sunday, when you step into the ring with me and that bell rings, your dream will die. Because you will realize very quickly that you are standing in the ring with the ruler, the destroyer, the bringer of war, and I will be merciless, relentless, and unforgiving because you want me to treat you like you're everybody else. You want me to treat you like you're just like them, right? So be it. Join the line. Join the list.
Dude, this is such a great fucking promo, bro. I love that promo, bro. I love that promo.
But I'm not alone. Davion, Wood, and Charlie, they've been helping me train night and day. They're not the only ones who got my back. I'm carrying an entire community. Every kid who feels different. Every parent who worries that their child isn't going to fit in.
Yo, what's up, Web Rat? Good to see you, pal. Whoop, whoop. Dude, we're seeing a fantastic promo exchange right here between Obafemi and Miles Bourne. This is great. Dude, yeah, Oba's great. Oba will be a huge. Oba will be WWE champion. I will be very surprised if Oba Femi does not become WWE champion.
Hell, I'm pretty sure some coaches at the NXT tryout underestimated me. But I proved them wrong. In a battleground, it's going to be the toughest match of my career. But I've been surviving battles ever since I was born, Oba. But you're right. This isn't a Disney movie. But every ruler falls. I might be hard of hearing, but when I shock the world at Battleground, they're all going to hear the 1, 2, 3 loud and clear.
What a final face-off between challenger.
I think Miles could have brought it a little bit more, but dude, great exchange. I loved that. Loved that, pal.
Just dropped Ava Femi. Jasper warned Ava he was going to make an impact here in NXT. And he wasted no time.
Yeah, for real.
I don't necessarily know if
Yeah, the good, at least the good parts of Ahmed Johnson.
but will his reign
You can't control yourself. I just have. Come on, it's a worldwide show.
back and forth. That's what we keep doing. Back and forth. Let's hit it right now. But tonight, you want me to break your jaw, Ricky? Because I would absolutely love to do.
All of you, sit down. Quiet security, get you out of here. Sit down.
I'm gonna tell you this: if it isn't tonight, Ava, I am going to destroy you. Since the moment I want you want to match with me,
Hey, give me Big Rick, pal.
I'm having way too much fun making your life hell. I'm enjoying it the way it is. There it is. You don't want to get in the ring with me, so let me go ahead and play a little games with you. How about I put this title on the line? Oh yeah, the eyes got real big now, huh? I like that. I like the fact that I can keep whooping you and walk out with that. Where do I sign up for that, Ava? Pretty ass, like the big ego, small.
I mean, you two don't make matches. I do. Yes, Shawn Legacy, he has a claim to this title. But you know what? Because of the way that both of you have pissed me off over the past couple weeks, I'm going to make an exception. Next week, you two can have a match. And because I said so, that title's on the line. Get out of my office. Get out.
Oh, Ava,
Don't piss off the Rock's daughter, pal. I ain't seen you in a minute. Hey, Lola. Yeah, she got them lady balls, pal. Whoop, whoop.
These two men have been on the collision course, possibly the biggest battle in history.
WWE Evolve tomorrow, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
Hey, give me those angry beavers, pal. Oh, dude, you remember? I forgot. I think it was one of the Nickelodeon spin-off channels on digital cable. they started running like a Saturday or Saturday night, like late night 90s, like 90s Nickelodeon thing, and they brought back Stick Sickly to host it. And he did a thing like, let me do a Google search for Angry Beavers. And it cuts to his face. He's like, oh. Yeah, like that felt like it was real. Well, the Born and Femi thing. Whoop, whoop. And an international Netflix feed, pal. Are we back?
Time for tonight's NXT Spotlight, presented by Progressive.
The worst thing about betrayal is it never comes from enemies. It comes from family. Stinks, you mother.
He's right about that. D'Angelo's right about that. Every single knife I can speak from personal experience, that every single knife in my back came from somebody who always called themselves family.
But I can't. Because I'm not a coward. I thought me and you were built the same. Sir, we were cut from the same cloth. But growing up as kids, you were as tough as nails. Demonstrated loyalty to a fault.
Ooh, nice little, like, I like this. Kind of catches up on, like, how far these guys' relationship goes.
Me and you, we ran the D'Angelo family. We rose to power. Me as the Don, you as the underboss. That was good enough. You wanted all the glory. You wanted to be the shot caller. You wanted everybody to pay tribute to you. I get it. But here's the thing, Stacks. You don't get it. See, you only see what I allowed you to see. See, as the Don, there's a lot of pressure. You feel the full weight of the family on your shoulders. You worried about yourself. That's easy. That's why you're never gonna sit in a big chair. You got guts, but you got no brains. You're hot-headed, made your bed, and that battleground, they're gonna lay it. Because on Sunday, there is no betrayal. There is no bailout. Just me. Breaking your face.
Well, the ultimate betrayal has left a family shattered and a score to be settled. It's the Dom.
Man, I kind of do want to catch Battleground.
One-on-one with the
But
boss.
that night we'll be doing Double or Nothing instead. Yeah, give me Horny Tony, pal.
Levi's very focused on the task at hand.
So what happened to the other person?
Sit down with people from all walks of life, sports, entertainment, business, and more to learn their story and hear their journey. This week's guest, 30, Dominic Mysterio. Catch What's Your Story this Thursday on Stephanie McMahon's.
What's the story, Morning Glory? What? You need a little time to wake up, wake up.
Lola was quite simply playing the game, as we say in this business. Playing politics, you got to keep your friends close, your enemies closer. If Lola wants to sniff an opportunity with as red hot as the women's division is, you got to pal up to the right people. That's it.
The question is that, Victor.
Come
Come on.
The journalist,
This is
what
a
he
business.
learned about what
You're
happened
not
earlier.
too far gone to know that. This is a business.
So you're okay with, with Fallon Henley, JC James just going around false accusations?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, false accusations?
So what's she calling out?
How do you know they're not true? How do you know? How do you know?
Well, I asked Graves his opinion. I'd ask you the same thing, but I know what you're already going to say. It was Lola Weiss who also called out Fallon and JC for last week's mishap. So, Booker, what more does Lola need to do than to prove she deserves a championship opportunity?
Just think about Lola Bucks. I mean, she's a breakout talent. You know what I mean? I think she's got a false sense of security, thinking it was going to be easy as far as that ride to the top. It's a lot of competition here. She just needs to focus. That's it.
We talk about competition. JC, I was going to say offering some advice from the outside, but it seemed like she was kind of talking smack to Fallon Henley. I'd have to agree. It seemed like she was saying, prove yourself to be the leader. And that goes back to something Lola Weiss had said, that they're always getting in each other's way. Lola Weiss utilizing her submission background to great effect right now. Fallon Henley able to counter that very quickly, but Weiss right back on top. When we talk about the competition, Booker, like you were mentioning, you guys, our thoughts were Zoe Stark after what we saw last night.
Unfortunate turn of events is a dangerous game. They all found out. Definitely.
Yo, what's up, Logan James? Good to see you, pal. Whoop, whoop. Hope all's well with you. Yeah, get me Jasper Troy, pal. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeet.
Is she trying to cheer on her teammate? Is she against her teammate? Is she trying to... When they're angry, when they're fired up, maybe JC knows something that we don't. Or maybe she's trying to get under the skin of Fallon.
These things happen, man. Fallon Henley lost the championship. Frustration going on right now amongst the team, but I'm sure Fatal Influence is going to get the band back together. The tour is going to get back on track. And I'm talking about sellouts, baby. Sellouts all over the world. Get them take the ride. Oh, yeah.
Oh, but there was a mighty bold prediction from JC that Fallon would take care of Lola Weiss here tonight.
Yes.
Hey, what's up, Jay? How good to see you, man. Whoop, whoop. Hope all's well with you, man. How you doing? Whoop, whoop. Yeet, yeet. Yeah, pal.
Full extension and was able to navigate her way to the bottom row.
Great coaching from the outside there by JC James as well.
Seems that maybe they are on. She competing.
Why are you getting in fatal influence? Oh,
Woo!
Getting in there, man. I'm talking about what Lola Vice had to say. How this get in your business?
doing a hell of a job.
You just got hit to the outside, Booker. What are you talking about? And now she just dropped Lola across the top. And is taking control of this match.
Beautiful. Surgical.
Here comes Fallon. Oh! Fallon Henley in control of this match.
I said it. What I said.
Did you not return a DM or something? Wait. Back wherever you are in the world, Fallon Henley.
All right, that's a weird commercial break.
You know, you guys are jumping down.
But we back.
But the fact is this is what Lola Vice said earlier tonight to both these women. You're getting in each other's way. Maybe you want a leader. The looks they give it to each other. Efficiency in these two. I'm going to save that line for when we're back to that folks as well. As Fallon Henley now staying in control, the Lola Vice throwing some hands, looking for the takedown. And Lola Vice going back maybe to that MMA background that made her so successful earlier.
You got to live with what you know best. Lola knows how to throw hands, kick people's faces off, and stretch their ligaments and tendons better than just about anyone in the business. Stick with that. Don't get too cute. Don't get too fancy. Don't worry about the new wrestling move you learned. Stick with what brought you to the dance.
Fallon Henley doing just that. A former tag team champion, former women's North American champion, JC Jane, who's on the outside, multiple time tag team champion. I cannot take away from Fatal Influence accomplishment.
I'm loving the work right now by Fallon in the inside the ring, as well as KC seeing everything. Oh, seeing everything from an outside perspective, being able to get information. It's beautiful work, man. I love it.
Look, I know you've got just as much as I do. The methodical pace being kept right now by Fallon Henley. No room for errors. She's in control. She's not doing anything cute. There we go.
Boy, I love it. Oh no, but I don't.
JC doesn't seem to like it though, Booker. And by the way, if our production team is listening, Booker may need a water out here in a few moments to cool down these flames. Big right hand from Fallon.
Shot there by Fallon Henley. I mean, right there, Fallon looking perfectly right there. I mean, she's in total control right there. Very methodical as far as the work going right now.
It's been a decent match so far. A little bit on the long end, but I mean, at least they're not trying to do a bunch of ridiculous shit that might get them hurt.
We're going to miss Wildly from behind. There goes Fallon. And able to kick out at the last moment. Right back up, right back down. Gravy, to your point, Henley has big precision here in this match. So it's almost like I know what I'm talking about, Vic. Fallon Henley is a star. She may once again become North American champion. Heck, she may be a champion before it's all said and done. That is something that Lola Vice has been looking for, a championship opportunity, and that's truly what started all of this matchup. Fatal Influence and Lola Vice was sucking up to the champ. Lola Vice trying to prove her worth again here tonight on NXT. Lola Vice, Fallon Henley, one-on-one in this matchup. Fallon Henley has been in complete control of this match. And to remind everyone, we saw the highlights of Jordan Grace earlier. And the conclusion of this matchup, rolling right through is Fallon. We will hear from our women's champion, Stephanie McCarron, shoulder down again. Another near fall. And here come those educated feet there, Book.
Yes. You don't want to get Lola Vice. You don't want to give her
Educated feet. Give me RVD, pal.
Breakout tournament last year. She's been close to gold the past.
Yeah, this match should have went home a while ago. Like they're trying so hard to stretch this and fill time, and they ain't there yet. God bless them for trying though.
Lola price of sucking up to the champion. That's a smart decision. That's a smart strategy. A calculated decision. Covered it by Henley. Off the forearm by Lola Vice. Lola believes in her own ability. She knows she's got knockout power. She just needs to get the bell to ring and get within arm's reach or legs reach of the champion. And we may have a new NXT Women's Champion.
What you talking about? You talking about being in the right place at the right time, Corey.
Putting herself in the right place.
Exactly my point, yes.
That goes back, Corey, to something we've talked about the last several weeks. I mean, you take a look at Roxanne Perez, Julia, the list goes on and on. Whoa! Right through it quickly. Fallon, Henley realizing he can get out of that. But this one we're talking about, there's opportunities aplenty in the women's division and all of NXT. No doubt about it. The NXT women's division is the talk of the entire sports entertainment industry right now. It is deep. Everyone is extremely talented. And above all, everyone's hungry. You can feel the urgency. It may be now or never for everyone. You can also see JC Jane's urgency telling Fallon to suck it up. Look, there's a lot of infighting and fatal influence. There's a lot of finger pointing. There's a lot of passing the blame. As JC Jane on the outside, and Corey started it off questioning, well, is she out here to help? Or
Right, exactly, Lab Rat. Use that time to get more of your talent over. The stuff that's the hottest, that's what gets blown off on the pay-per-view. Stuff that's not as hot, you blow it off on one of your A shows. Make it an attraction match. Plus, it stacks your A shows more, or your TV shows more.
Here's Lola Vice. Here's Booker's part. Hold on a second. Calm down, bitch. You missed your whole thing. You're going to be mad at me next week. That's Lola Vice taking control, charging in right to the spine of Fallon, into the cover, hook of the leg, and in the ear fall. What a matchup this has been. Why do you get so mad all the time, Vic? Lola Vice extremely impressive right now. A look somewhat resembling concern washed over the face for JC for a second. Oh, missing wildly and ripping back at the hair.
Big shot there by Fallon.
And look at Lola right back to her feet. Just that MMA background, Graves, that we talked about. Always knowing when to get into deep waters and continue to but Fallon flying through. And maybe Fallon is fueled by JC Jane on the outside.
Talking about being on the same page. Of course they redemption right here.
Whoa. Listen, it's not the first time we've heard about this in sports. A lot of great coaches will use a reverse motivation. Tell somebody what they don't want to hear so they do what you want them to do. That might be what Jason's doing right now. It could be, but apparently you two don't think that way. You guys have been yelling at me for the last 5 minutes. I just came up with that off the top of my head. I don't know what you're talking about. Look at you. Full extension. Almost. Nope. We was able to get the hands, and this is what we saw earlier. Fallon Henley doing a nice job. And hey, JC Jane. Goes down away. Check it out. Right. Assist to me. Again, that's a year old. Yeah, there's your great coaching, guys. So JC Jane, and right there. Oh, fist to the face.
Yeah, that's kind of how it usually goes. Like
That's what I was talking about.
You're about 15, 20 shows, 20 wrestlers on a usual, indie card.
The world champion, hell, the tag team champions, that could be the result. Watch this. Right on the not mishandling. You know, when you run both sides of the fence trades, you're never going to get wrong, right? I think I'm sat next to it plenty of cards older than that, but then I see again. And again, I will say I see Secret Garden talent shows, and I move with more.
And it's like Fatal Influence is imploding. Because Jasmine Nix is gone, and it looks like JC Jane and Fallon Henley are not liking each other right now.
Our women's champion Stephanie McNair has a lot of thoughts on her mind as it relates to Battleground this Sunday.
Stephanie, this Sunday you defend your doesn't come without sacrifice. I had my first tryout in Chile, but I was not ready. And used that as motivation. I went to Japan, I went to Mexico, and I owned my craft, my dueña de la lucha libre. In that time, I slept in kitchen floors. I cleaned people shoes. Pasé hambre, pasé frío.
Hey, what's up, Scott Woodford? Good to see you, pal. Whoop whoop.
Lloré.
Nice. What'd you think?
And think it was a sad time in my life. It was necessary to get here.
Since arriving in NXT, you've had one goal in mind: to be the best woman in the best women's division.
Pitter patter. Let's get at her.
Do you feel like you accomplished that?
Being in NXT has been a dream come true. I remember seeing
Dude, I love that show so much. It's a great.
and I knew
Plus, you know, it's what created the spinoff for. It's what Shorzy spinoff spun off from.
with each defense, I
Look at her. Just look at her.
see the late night in Japan, the early morning in Mexico. It has all been worth it.
But good to see you, man. How you doing? Whoop whoop.
Jordan, what type of challenge does she present?
My toughest challenge. Jordan was at the top of TNA, and now she wants to be at the top for NXT. But for me, to become the best luchadora, I went through hell. And I made that hell my home. Jordan, she conquered championship, but I conquered continent. At Battleground, I will show you, Jordan, when you get close to my hell, you will burn in flame.
Who walks out with a women's championship Sunday at Battleground? Sure. Well, this woman looking to make her way to Battleground and also a championship opportunity. Jordan, sorry.
All right, so we got 2 women's matches back to back. Bad booking, pal. Bad booking. Hey, points, lab rat. All right, while we're at a commercial break, I'm gonna take a quick pee break. Be right back, pal. Whoop whoop. And we back. Whoop whoop. You got this banger of a bumper theme, pal.
Hey, we popped out and put the fit dark state in this whole locker room, bro. But it all started with one man. One man that walked that dead line between intent and being all out.
Oh, come on. The way they're shooting this Dark State promo, I'm thinking like, where's that bam ba bam 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 ba bam 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 ba bam bam playing in the background? Come on, pal. You know exactly how you're shooting this thing. Dude, they're straight up shooting this like, well, besides like this, like the way the cameras and shots, like this looks like something straight out of NWO 96, 97. And that's not a bad thing though, pal.
You know, the one with the cunning smile? This story is nothing but perseverance. When you come from nothing, you got nothing to lose. Some people call him lucky, but he's earned everything by himself. Now, three brothers with him, unbeatable ain't the word. Undeniable is more like it. When he opens his mouth, the people open their ears. Wait for them lights to turn out, y'all gonna find out real fast. And when Dark Stage strike, ain't nobody sick.
The preceding announcement has been paid for by the Dark State.
If you were there for this electrifying moment, I thought this situation all the way back then, middle of last summer, I knew.
Yeah, fair. Some stuff's not bad to rinse and repeat. Keep it. If it works, keep rolling with it.
Before the season started, I mean, there was some uneasy tension that was going on, especially when a steel chair gets added.
Hey, how many times are you going to see this clip, pal?
It's almost that Triple H looked into a crystal ball. And then this huge announcement last night on Raw.
Tyrese Halliburton will be a part of the Dumps and Destruction package with the WWE 2K25 video game.
Yeah, it's gonna be super cool. So I appreciate the opportunity and look forward to it.
Three women, North American champion, Soul Luca, from Adelaide, South Australia. Sam Roberts and Megan Morant dive into everything from Monday Night Raw and WWE on the Raw Recap, brought to you by Fanatics, available every Tuesday on WWE's YouTube and all audio platforms, wherever you get your podcast. This week's guest is Indiana Pacer Tyrese Halliburton, and he was the talk of social media after that announcement that he is in WWE 2K25. But who will be the talk after this matchup Will it be Zarya for helping protect her partner, her friend, or will it be Kalani Jordan who will earn a championship opportunity? I'm going to ask, am I the only one that's getting serious gatekeeping vibes from Zarya? Have you ever been in the bar and you try to talk to somebody and they only got that one friend that stands there and goes, oh, she's not talking to you to go home.
Yeah, they call it blocking in the hood.
Look at that. I've never
Well, I'll
done
tell you what.
a duplex in a bar, though. Booker has known how to put an exclamation point on everything this far here tonight because Zarya is taking it to Kalani Jordan in this moment right now. And again, she's fighting for her friend. She's looking to make sure that
3 women's matches back to back. Damn, dude. Like who? Like, bro, you gotta book this better. You gotta book this better.
I see what you're saying. It's hard to disagree because I don't necessarily know what is this. It's one thing when it's my request. Champion because that's man, you feel vulnerable. And it seems to me like Zarya's just going to go into business for herself at the expense of baby.
Oh, baby.
Oh, Zarya, who was victorious against Kalani Jordan a couple weeks ago here on NXT, is Sol Ruca looking on. And it's time to look at tonight's NXT recap presented by Progressive. Let's look at this from the top. Here comes Jordan. High cross body almost rolled through with Zarya. Putting a stop to that. That was an near fall.
Well done by Kalani Jordan, realizing that Zarya wanted to use Kalani's own momentum against her, and Kalani was able to put the brakes on.
Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful work there by Kalani Jordan. But, back to Zarya. I mean, she has become the ultimate. The question is why, guys? That's the question.
Well, now the strength on display from Zarya. And Zarya now just got countered again by Kalani.
Leaper hold applied, going right on the back. Squeezing with everything she's got, trying to take down the.
Now, Booker, is Jordan ready to take her game to that next level?
Kalani Jordan, come on, just 3 years.
Ooh, now that you bring that up, I just now remembered something. Yeah, that's true, but I think the reason why the next PLE is man heavy is because they're bringing back the Evolution pay-per-view, the all-women one. Maybe they're setting up for that.
Look, I've got to agree with you wholeheartedly about Kalani Jordan.
This moment, is Kalani going to make the way to Battleground or can Zarya block her chances? Champion last week.
Yeah, that sounds to me like Zarya is living a little vicariously through Ruca. Yes, you can be champion in your imagination all you want. The fact is, the title can only be held by one woman at a time. Right now, it's Sol Ruca.
Okay, I've been in this position before.
Into the cover hook of the leg.
Big champion, and I'm wondering if Sol Ruca is using this situation right now as far as not having to defend that championship. Having someone like Zarya to do her dirty work. Is this the real Sol?
Well, if that is the case, Booker, then you're absolutely right, and I do respect Sol Ruca for doing so. It just doesn't overtly appear that way. It seems to be almost the opposite. Like Zarya is doing this with or without Sol Ruca's approval.
Yeah, I see. So, do you think that is in Sol's character then, Booker? I mean, we have seen Sol Ruca since she arrived here in NXT. I've never seen her as somebody who wants to cut corners.
How many times have we seen, young talent grow into something totally different once they get their championship around their waist? How many times have we seen it? Is this the real Sol Ruca standing up right now? We're going to find out. We're going to find out that real soon.
Well, Kalani Jordan not the one standing in this moment and right on top now. And again, this is an opportunity that Zarya could have went for the pinfall, could have picked up the victory, might have been able to close the door on Battleground, but instead it's just
I mean, there's no secret about the fact that Zarya loves to hurt people, to dominate, to beat people up and impose her will, as Kalani's finding out firsthand right now. Oh, backbreaker.
God,
will pop into another cover hook of the leg and a near fall. Last time these two faced, Zarya did put Kalani through that barricade on the far.
Yeah, for real, pal.
You would think,
Honestly, dude, in a weird way, it seems like they've got enough women. They could actually have a completely like women's roster.
How much pressure is on Zarya in this matchup?
Zarya, no pressure. In my opinion, Zarya's in here to do a job and do that job well.
I mean, between Raw and SmackDown is the, and you can easily draw from NXT to fill any gaps. Is their women's roster any bigger than the WWE's roster during the peak of the Attitude Era?
Just throwing the boom. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Zarya's not playing games, guys. She's not playing checkers. She's playing chess. Trust me on that.
Well, sorry, no games of chess we've ever witnessed. Look at the position. Campbell clutch, locked in deep, and look, Zarya looking right over it.
Honestly, what I would do is I would actually separate the rosters. Okay, here's the men's show. It's a women's show.
Trying to mount some sort of a comeback against the dominant Zarya. Milani swinging for the fences.
I don't know. That's actually kind of a good question. That's kind of a good question because if this were, 15, 20, 30 years ago, the answer to that would be no. But it's a different fan base, a different demographic. Like, really, who knows? I think that I'll say this: if the women were booked and written correctly, it could actually be a good wrestling TV show. But it would require a lot of good writing and booking. Something I have no confidence in the WWE to pull off. And then you could do intergender matches as like a between the two rosters as like that becomes, because women's wrestling used to be the attraction. Okay, you separate the rosters, the intergender matches, that can become the attraction.
Sometimes you just got to drop the heavy artillery, although I would advise against that when your opponent is someone as powerful as Zarya. And whoa, swinging a miss from Zarya, Kalani charging right in, and now Kalani feeling the momentum. And if you can see Sol Ruka, hands on her head, she knows, baby, she is going to have a championship match at Battleground against Kalani Jordan. If Jordan can finish the job here tonight. Walking on the top rope for that tornado DDT was counter-charging in. Missed pump kick from Zarya, right back in. Top kick from Kalani. And the former Michigan State Lady Spartan is in control. You don't succeed. DDT connected with a little extra bump. Going into the cover to Battleground.
Oh, man.
And a kick out. Trying to punch her ticket to Battleground. Someone who punched their ticket to the Money in the Bank matches, Roxanne Perez last night on Raw.
Yes, indeed, Roxanne Perez. She's moved up. She's moved out right now. I just want to cry.
That's not Booker's Look at this. She also signed her contract on Raw, and as Booker would say, that she walked out of our lives forever. Rolling through though. Rolling down in the fall.
Close.
And right back up is Kalani. So by sorry, and I think fun and games are over. That was an ugly sound.
Now that's the thing right there. I mean, this matchup right here. Sorry, you can take a 3-1 and still land that big shot that could be all over with.
Nice counter.
That'd be kind of fun to watch.
She's looking for a dragon sleeper, but he got countered.
Just Nia plowing through everybody.
Even so, Ruka nearly landing in the corner. Oh my word! She's up.
She's out.
It's again, Kalani though. I don't know how how she's continuing to fight, how she's continuing to struggle, how she's able to stay on her feet.
It's got to be instinct at this point. Zarya up over the top rope and a pump kick on the money.
Again, this is what we've been saying. Momentum can help anyone take over NXT.
Well, that's take you a long way if you're able to ride the wave. And now Zarya. Oh, it's spilling into the arms of Soluka.
Off that super kick, and Sol trying to calm Zarya down, refocus her. Oh, Kalani Jordan. Look, Kalani Jordan's fighting for a championship opportunity. She's got to pull out all the stops because there is no tomorrow for Kalani.
At least this match is telling a story, even though it's kind of going long. At least there's a story in here. And, you know, character and story advancement.
Miscommunication. Kalani from behind. Shoulders down. Kalani. Two battle rounds.
Yeah, it's not a lot in that. Not a lot in the not a lot in that. Like like when it comes to like the tiny women like Vega, Bliss, Liv. Like Russo says, you can have one David on the roster, but like 3 or 4, that's too much.
Women's North American Championship will be on the line as the reigning champion, Soluka.
Unless you're starting a women's cruiserweight division or something.
She will burn in flames. For the women's title at Battleground.
We might want to reinforce the ring for this one. Hank and Tank, the NXT Tag Team Champions, join forces with Josh Briggs to battle Sean Spears and the Culling in a 6-man tag team.
They had their final face-off earlier tonight. The question is, can Miles Bourne conquer the conqueror? Obafemi defends the NXT Championship against NQCC's Miles Bourne in Tampa Sunday at Battleground.
And an unfathomable betrayal has led to this point. Family business will be settled once and for all as the Don, Tony D'Angelo, battles the underboss, Stacks, at Battleground.
Going on to the outdone, the guitar is tuned.
Oh yeah, it's already got the rock concert and rap show. Say his name and he appears. Oh, NXT for sure. Absolutely NXT. Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, that's kind of tough. Because AEW's got, I thought your thing, for some reason I thought TNA. AEW's kind of got a little bit of momentum right now because they got a lot of great publicity with Darby Allin reaching the top of Mount Everest and planting the AEW flag. But we'll see. We'll see. Did I ever tell you about the time I climbed Mount Everest, brother? Oh, it was tough, man. I did it by myself, though. Me and Jimmy Hart and Brutus Beefcake, brother. You know something, dude? Let me tell you, Jack.
Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, Dominic Mysterio, and Alexa Bliss are headed to Fanatics Fest. Don't miss your chance to get up close and personal with your favorite WWE superstars, along with a stacked lineup of athletes and celebrities, including Tom Brady, Kevin Durant, Derek Jeter, Peyton Manning, and so many more. Fanatics Fest emanates from the Javits Center in New York City, June 20th through June 22nd. This one show the WWE Universe does not want to miss, so secure your tickets now at fanaticsfest.com. Next week, NXT here at the Performance Center, and our general manager, Ava, wants this issue settled. Saints puts the North American title on the line to keep his hands on Ethan Page. NXT live next Tuesday here on the CW.
We believe.
Say his name and he appears. It's time for another Joe Hendry concert right here on NXT. Now, I know this isn't the first musical performance you've seen here tonight, if you want to call it that, okay? But be nice. It was his first time trying. Be nice. But while we're on the topic, why don't we just go ahead and dedicate this song to my opponent for the TNA World Championship at Battleground, Trick Williams. Hendry's in concert, and you're gonna hear the sounds. If I believe in Joe Hendry at the end of Battleground, if that Trick was the champion of the whole of NXT, it's a shame he couldn't hold the title for longer than a couple of weeks. You used to work so hard, the people were with you for years, but now, Trick, you are the world champion of producing tears. I've
obtained some footage from the good old days of when you were a crappy sidekick to Carmelo Hayes. I need you to lock it in for me. Make it locked in, buddy. Yo, did you hear that? That person was chasing us. Miller, come on, let's go. Miller. You said, whoop that trick, whoop that trick. You said, fellows, bitch, whoop that trick. Everybody else said, fellows, bitch, whoop that trick, whoop that trick. Everybody else said, fellows, bitch, all together, whoop that trick, whoop that trick. Everybody else said, no, I'm enjoying that. That's you must be out your mind, dog. Pulling up some old footage. That's the past. Nobody lives in the past anymore, dog. Hey, y'all can keep chanting if you want to. Y'all can keep chanting if you want to. But I heard someone say, Average Joe. Oh! Well, Trick obviously has heard enough of this Joe Hendry concert and is sending a message directly to the TNA World Champion. Dun, 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 dun. Oh! Trick shot through!
Ooh, I like that.
Spectacular fashion. The NXT Universe is giving Joe Hendry a standing ovation.
He went for the trick shot, got to get tarred to the knee instead.
Battleground. Hendry's gonna make history at the end of the day. Joe Hendry is the champion of TNA.
For the first time on WWE programming, the TNA World title will be defended. Will Trick play his greatest hit, or can Hendry prove to Williams he is no average Joe and not a one-hit wonder? Sunday, you better believe.
No, not a bad way to go home. And that is going to do it for us tonight, pal. Tomorrow, of course, we got Wednesday Locker Room, HMG, AEW Dynamite, watch along, and belt count. Followed up with you'll catch, and then we'll be keeping the party going tomorrow night on twitch.tv/LG Brandon Whoop Whoop as soon as Dynamite is over. Thursday, Impact watch along. Friday Locker Room, and then Under Siege. And then Saturday, The Wreckage, and then followed up with Saturday night's main event, and then, of course, Sunday, The Wreckage. I'm sorry, Smack Attack on Saturday, and then The Wreckage on Sunday, and then AEW Double or Nothing on Sunday night, Monday Locker Room, Raw Watch Along, Impact Attack. But that's going to do it for us tonight. Always appreciate getting to hang and chill with you guys. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Much love. Take care. Whoop, whoop. Yeet, y'all. Bearcats in the house.